I should write a book about me, not only in Asia. In Asia is where I practice more conscious about my metaphysical life. So I went on this metaphysical journey, and I had many ideas during this time. Yeah, on my metaphysical journey in Asia, your life is metaphysical whenever you feel that it is metaphysical, right? It's not like the ordinary days, and it's not like 99.9% of other people's days. That's the metaphysical in which I was traveling as an observer. What kind of observer? I was like a statue, human statue, on any part in the world but I was invisible. So I was observing people, and people maybe was observing me, but I was invisible. What I mean is that they only see my costume, and they can like it or dislike it, just like a human statue. But I was feeling like a human statue, like nobody can see me, because if they feel attracted by me, they don't see me. They are attracted by the physical aspect or whatever, the clothes, whatever. They are attracted, and it happened many times. And I was so happy at the beginning, thinking that they were on my frequency, but then I saw that they were for many other different reasons. But I was still observing and enjoying and experiencing it, and it was easier for me because I learned how to observe it, how to live in this metaphysical condition for longer hours. And yeah, I would like to live my life 25 hours a day like that. But I don't know if it is practice or just because for whatever reason I need to be in the other three-dimensional world where I don't really learn much, but I'm happy to know this other person that is accessing to. It's not other information, but it's like being this statue and you are conscious of yourself. I felt it very well when I was dancing Michael Jackson with the mask, with the hair and everything, and I was sweating and almost couldn't breathe, and I was dancing like Michael Jackson, and everybody was applauding and dancing with the music, and I was like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I was 25 years old, I was very fit, but everybody else was having a lot of fun except me. But I was on the other side, I was not feeling so horrible, but I wasn't feeling amazing. And I see how these two different worlds in many times in my life, you know what I mean? So something that many people, when they are high on drugs, they don't have this experience, never, because they have some strange traumas or things like that. Of course they cannot meditate. I think drugs are better if they know how to ride them or something. But meditating, I don't know how these people can meditate. Well, meditation is just to be. I said in the previous video, now with this torturing music I had, there's no music, it's like having your brain drilled. But there is a moment that you get completely used to that and you feel, it's like when you are in an MRI. that I fell asleep. And I like it. And some people are panicking about that. So people are completely different. And it doesn't make you better or worse just to feel great in an MRI. It doesn't make you better or worse feeling awesome healing people or killing. It doesn't matter. Depending on the nature of everything and the metaphysical life, I think, is the difference that we have with the rest of the living things, is that probably we get to a higher level of observing things and we share with other people now with the technology. And even though the plants are better than us because they don't need all this technology and they have all this knowledge. I don't know about the animals, but I am absolutely sure about the plants. The plants are much more evolved than we are. Much more. They can survive. Where there is no life, there is a plant. The first thing. Yeah, and of course a virus and a bacteria or things like that. Yeah. So maybe they are more advanced into the connection with the nature because it is the most adaptable entity. And we are using the rational intelligence while they are using the evolution intelligence. Of course, we haven't evolved yet, anything at all, in the last 100,000 years. How many years do we need to evolve? We have made many revolutions, but not evolutions. The next evolution should be the conscious evolution. To be aware of the evolution of the consciousness, but we are going backwards because Plato was more evolution than anybody else. And Jesus Christ, if you believe in him or any of his partners, colleagues or learners or teachers, or the 27 Buddhas or the 100,000 million Buddhas, or everybody. But as long as people keep criticizing the other people because they are not into the standards of what it is good, bad and authorized, then we'll never will be enlightened, because everybody keeps telling them that they are not enlightened ones. Because you know one that knows one that knows one that went to the hospital. Yeah. So why don't you try to connect with yourself in the way that they are telling you that is God, but God is inside of this armor. When you are conscious about your armor, I was conscious when I was 16 or 17. A friend of mine gave me the seed to develop the whole experience of the armor. And I would never be thankful enough for that, even though he doesn't know what he did. Such an amazing life of awareness that I am nobody. I have no background in spiritual world as studying or teaching or anything. I've been living my metaphysical life, being aware of that. Not 25 hours a day, not 24, not 12, probably sometimes, I don't know, because now looking back, I think I was aware of the things that I learned from. So when I connect with a 15 years old child, I can see what I was aware of at that moment. And if I am learning about that, that was that I was in an awareness, higher connection with myself. And I lived such a alone life which is as good or sometimes better than in company, and in good company, of course. I don't have bad company at all. No, I would be always thankful for what some other people would call them bad company. Anything and anybody can be a bad company depending on your expectations. So just change your expectations.